there is a major difference between the injured spouse and the innocent spouse relief program by the IRS. And that is because one of them is meant to resolve your tax problem, your tax debt, while the other one is meant for your spouse's prior obligations, not necessarily a tax debt. And it is the injured spouse program is the one where you do not owe the money. It is from your spouse's prior obligations that not necessarily with tax. And the innocent spouse program, that's the one where it's with you and your spouse, whether you're divorcing or separated, that you have a joint tax balance, and the innocent spouse relief program gets rid of your IRS tax debt. This is one of the easier ways to look at this. And over my 19-year career as a tax professional, how I could see somebody's situation and know what program they're looking for. With the injured spouse relief program, the couples are still together. They're still honeymooning it, very lovey-dovey, or maybe not. They're just still married and still together and still filing tax returns. However, prior to the marriage, that's when the issue happened. But nevertheless, they're still together. The innocent spouse relief, on the other hand, is normally when the love is gone. There's a separation, there's a divorce, and this is tax related only. And normally there's a lot of tension and hate for the innocent spouse program because one spouse feels, hey, it's not my fault. I do not owe the IRS tax, and you do. I don't. So let's go ahead and take a further look and a deeper dive to these programs. So this is typically you don't have necessarily tax problems together. You file the taxes and the whole refund got applied to somewhere else. And it is because of your spouse's something else that they owe on that you would want to get the injured spouse approved. And this is normally from your spouse's either child support, student loan, alimony, some kind of state tax debt, or even their own prior IRS tax bill that you don't have a joint balance on. So instead of getting the full refund, the refund got applied to your spouse's other obligation. You apply for the Injured Spouse Relief Program on Form 8379 with the IRS. This form is a simpler form. It's only 2 pages long. You either make a request before you file the tax return, during the tax return, or maybe right after when you realize that the refund got taken. And you must do so within 3 years of the filing due date. That's when you make the claim for your own refund. Or if you happen to make a payment when filing, or it could also be done from 2 years within the payment made to the IRS. The refund statute expiration, just a time frame for you to get a refund back on tax filing, and you must do so within this time frame in order for you to get this refund back. If not, you lose claim to the refunds. And if this is something that's still ongoing, you must do so every single year in order for you to get your portion of the refund back. And if the problem is still recurring and it still exists, you must file this form every single year to make sure that your portion of the refund is not applied to your spouse's obligation. The response time to this is fairly quickly. It's about 3 months with the IRS. I know this is quick for IRS timeframe. Now, on the topic of innocent spouse relief, this is where I see much hatred between the two different spouses. They went through a nasty divorce, they're going through separation, and at divorce or tax time, you discover that there's a tax bill due to the IRS only. And the innocent spouse relief is a tax relief program, and it gets rid of your IRS tax debt. It is much more complicated and harder to qualify on the innocent spouse relief program. It is filed with Form 8857, which is 6 pages long, and it asks you questions revolving the time of marriage and also the tax balances and whether you were aware of it or not. Now, a key important fact is that you must submit supporting documentation with the 8857. And in order to file this form, you must file it within 2 years of discovery of the tax debt, which you feel that you are not responsible for, or it would be extremely unfair to hold you liable to this tax debt where it's really your spouse's fault and they should be held strictly liable for this. The time frame is very lengthy with the IRS. They have to assign an agent that will take a look at the entire application, your supporting documents, and they make a decision. This procedure typically lasts between 8 to 10 months, and keep in mind, they do contact your former spouse or your spouse regarding the entire situation, and they want to get their side of the story. If you're finding value in this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Your support is greatly appreciated so we continue putting out tax relief content. If you need some help regarding some tax help, you don't know where to start, we could set up a free case review. Comment Love and War, and we could review your situation and see what's the best way to fix your tax problem. Thanks for watching.